Marcus Aurelius once said, "Our life is shaped by our thoughts." This profound idea is the starting point for this video, where we'll show you 11 important things that you can silently remove from your life. By understanding and controlling what goes on inside us, as Marcus Aurelius suggested, we can transform ourselves. Topic 1. Irrational use of social media. Think of your life as a unique story full of many personal experiences and learnings. On the other hand, social media is like one big story album, showing mostly everyone's best moments. This difference can cause us to compare ourselves unfairly and feel dissatisfied with our own lives. That's why it's important to use social media consciously, looking for inspiration, connections, or specific information, and then returning to the reality of our own journey. To achieve this balance, try adopting specific practices when using social media. For example, set aside specific times, such as during breakfast or after work, to avoid it taking up all your time. Before each interaction on social media, pause and ask yourself, is this action really useful or just an unnecessary distraction? This self-care helps you discern between meaningful interactions and mindless scrolling. When you realize that using social media can negatively impact your mood or self-esteem, it can be beneficial to take a step back and give yourself some time away. This break offers a valuable opportunity to engage in meaningful activities in the real world, reinforcing the value of your own unique life narrative. During this time away, you can devote yourself to experiences that enrich your personal journey without the constant comparison to other online lives. By making these conscious adjustments to your relationship with social media, you create a space conducive to appreciating your life's narrative in a deeper and more authentic way. This means focusing on the experiences that truly enrich your existence without being constantly influenced by external comparisons. Topic 2. How to raise your voice in front of others. During difficult moments, such as when you're very frustrated or angry, think of the situation as if you were in an intense conversation, feeling your heart pounding because of the frustration. It's happened to everyone, right? At such times, it can be tempting to let anger take over and speak up. But what if instead, we chose to speak calmly, using that strong energy not to shout, but to speak firmly and calmly? It's not just about looking good, it's a journey to control our inner storms. Can you remember a time when someone lost their temper? How did you feel? Probably uncomfortable, maybe even a little disappointed, right? Now think of someone who, even in the midst of chaos, has managed to remain calm. Their voice like a soothing remedy in a sea of noise. That's the person we all want to be, isn't it? It's in those difficult moments, those challenges to our spirit, that we find our true strength, turning anger into action and frustration into focus. It's like magic of the soul. It's not just a question of holding back the words of anger. It's directing that energy towards something that moves us forward, that turns problems into opportunities. The philosopher Heraclitus was right when he said, "To keep the mind balanced is the greatest virtue." This reminds us that in the midst of the storm, our calm is our greatest weapon. Our balance is the truest form of courage. So the next time emotions get intense, remember, the power to stay calm, to speak softly when the world expects shouting, is not just a virtue, it's a superpower that's yours alone. If you've made it this far, subscribe to receive more doses of wisdom every day. Topic 3. Clinging to unrealistic expectations. As we continue on the great adventure of life, we often set sail with expectations, charting courses towards dreams and desires. However, these same sails can grow too large, turning into unrealistic fantasies that throw us into stormy seas of disappointment and disillusionment. Like sailors drawn to mythical mermaids, we seek perfection in ourselves, in others, and in our experiences, a quest as vain as looking for horizons that recede as we approach. These enormous expectations, often stemming from the whispers of society and the roars of the media, can blind us to the beauty of our true selves and the unfiltered reality of life. The path to breaking free from these illusions begins with a fierce and unwavering honesty with oneself. It's a journey that involves stripping away the layers of should-haves and could-haves to reveal the essence of our true aspirations. It's about recognizing the weight of these expectations and courageously asking whether they lift or crush our spirit. Life's journey is not like an enchanted fairy tale. It is in fact a courageous exploration of life's imperfections and our own limitations, sometimes accompanied by pain. On this journey, the challenge lies in setting goals in line with who we truly are, as opposed to what is dictated to us by external influences. Each small achievement, each step forward, serves as clear proof of our inner strength and resilience in the face of challenges. It's important to realize that, on this journey, The real beauty is not exclusively in the final destination, but in the intricate tapestry of experiences that we weave along the way. By letting go of unrealistic expectations imposed by others or by ourselves, we experience a liberating sensation that allows us to appreciate the unexpected wonders of life. This approach educates us in the art of navigating the choppy waters of existence, keeping our hearts open to every rise and fall, every moment of joy and pain that we encounter on our journey. Life, with all its complexities, becomes a journey of self-discovery, where we learn to embrace not only the moments of happiness, but also the challenges that shape our evolution. We develop the ability to appreciate each chapter, recognizing that even in the most difficult situations, there are opportunities for growth and learning. Topic 4. How to explain yourself to those who hurt you. When someone you considered a close friend hurts you, remember this: you don't need to explain too much or create a big confrontation. The smartest course of action is to move on. It's not about getting even or demanding an apology, it's about protecting your peace. If this person asks for your help again, know that a simple no is enough. You are not obliged to help someone who has broken your trust. Avoiding drama and keeping a discreet distance is usually the wisest decision. Let time show the consequences of actions. Concentrate on looking after yourself and see how the future unfolds. Often the best decision for both of us is to grow up, especially when dealing with people who don't respect us. It's important to be realistic and recognize that it's not necessary to keep those who don't treat you with respect in your life. Each person deserves to be appreciated and valued, and distancing ourselves from those who don't recognize our worth is a brave choice. In this sense, it's about prioritizing our mental health and personal development, avoiding getting involved in unnecessary situations of conflict and drama. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius so wisely said, the best revenge is to be different from the one who committed the injustice. Instead of striking back negatively, we can choose a higher path. Choosing not to lower ourselves to the level of unjust behavior is an act of inner strength and dignity. True revenge, in this context, lies in investing in ourselves, seeking to become the best possible version of ourselves. Thus, instead of focusing on retaliation, we can concentrate our efforts on our own personal growth. Cultivating inner peace and developing a solid character become essential priorities. This not only strengthens our emotional well-being, but also prepares us to face life's challenges constructively. Ultimately, what really matters is continuous progress towards our best version, fostering an environment of positivity and growth around us. Topic 5. Perfectionism. In the quest to improve yourself, it's important to deal with perfectionism. Even if it sounds good, it often brings stress and the feeling of never being enough. Perfectionism creates very high standards and makes us afraid of making mistakes. However, accepting that we are not perfect is crucial to growing and being happy. Life, like art, becomes more interesting and real when we accept our imperfections. To combat perfectionism, start by accepting your limitations and understanding that making mistakes is part of learning. Change your goal from being perfect to being excellent. In other words, do the best you can, knowing that there is always room to grow. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned, and practice self-compassion. Celebrate your efforts and realize that each experience contributes to your growth. Finally, redefine success not as a perfect result, but as the journey itself, full of learning and personal growth. Letting go of perfectionism opens up a world of possibilities in which mistakes are seen as opportunities. This mindset promotes a more relaxed and authentic life, allowing you to appreciate the beauty of your own humanity and the unique path you are on. Topic 6. Spreading negative opinions about other people. Think about the last time you heard someone talking badly about someone else. Didn't it make you wonder what they say when you're not there? Spreading negative opinions about others is like walking on slippery ground. It's easy to get carried away in the heat of the moment, but those words, once uttered, stick to you like shadows that cast a black light on your character. It's not just a question of being diplomatic, it's about being the person that others trust and respect. You don't have to like everyone, but remember that each person you meet is facing a battle you know nothing about. Now imagine this intriguing situation. You come across a challenging person or situation. The moment this happens, it's tempting to let your judgments flow, don't you think? But consider this fundamental point. In this specific moment, you hold the power to change the trajectory of the story that unfolds. Choosing empathy over disdain, conversation over conflict, can seem like an arduous task, full of challenges. During this process, it's normal to experience a range of emotions, from frustration to compassion, perhaps even a hint of admiration for the other person's tenacity. This approach isn't just about keeping the peace superficially, it's actually about penetrating the complex weave of human emotions and interactions. By choosing this route, you not only build bridges between seemingly distant individuals, but you also become someone who is skilled at navigating turbulent relationship waters with delicacy and compassion. This journey towards deep understanding not only strengthens the bonds between people, but also contributes to the flourishing of relationships based on mutual acceptance and understanding. Topic 7. Constantly comparing yourself to others. The constant habit of comparing ourselves with others is like running on a treadmill that never stops. It's tiring, endless, and honestly, it takes the joy out of it. Think about it. Every time you look sideways, comparing someone else's achievements with your own, you're not just devaluing yourself. You're totally missing out on the unique beauty of your own story. This habit, this mania for measuring ourselves, often makes us feel as if we are eternally behind, trapping us in a cycle of uncertainty and dissatisfaction. Now change the script. What if you started celebrating your quirks, your mistakes, your victories, no matter how small? It's not about ignoring what happens around you, but about embracing your journey, raw and undisguised. Life doesn't follow a predefined script in which everyone follows the same path. It's confusing, unpredictable, and full of diversity. Your story, with its ups and downs, triumphs and setbacks, is a testimony to your strength, your uniqueness. So I invite you to get deeply involved in your own story. Allow it to unfold like a rainbow of feelings, from the tiniest speck of frustration to the peak of the greatest achievements. Make this narrative an authentic and integral reflection of who you are. When you take the reins of your journey, you are going beyond simply moving forward. You are revolutionizing the rules of the game in a way that is unique to you. This attitude, inspired by the words of the philosopher Epictetus, resonates with profound wisdom. Control your perceptions, direct your actions accordingly, willingly accept what is beyond your control. This maxim invites us to focus our energy on our own path, rather than getting lost in comparisons with others. By adopting this philosophy, we learn to value each stage of our journey, regardless of how it aligns with what is happening in the lives of others. Controlling our perceptions means seeing situations from a unique perspective, while directing our actions appropriately means acting in line with our personal goals and values. Furthermore, willingly accepting what is beyond our control implies embracing life's inevitabilities without being overwhelmed. One way of doing this, which many people are learning, is with a presentation I left in the first comment that may help you. Click on the link in the first comment and watch it now. Topic 8. Gossip. Engaging in gossip and negative conversations sometimes seems like a quick way to connect, but it's actually a path that takes us off the right track. Think about the last time you got involved in a conversation of this kind. Did it cheer you up or silently affect your sense of wholeness? Words, like seeds, have the power to grow gardens or spread weeds. When we choose to nurture our conversations with kindness and understanding, we are creating an environment where trust and respect can grow. However, it's a process and it's not always easy. There are times when participating in gossip can seem tempting, perhaps even justified. Here's an inspiring challenge. The next time you find yourself about to share something negative or listen to gossip, allow yourself to take a reflective pause. Visualize the person involved as someone who faces their own battles and celebrates their victories just as you do. Ask yourself, how would I feel if my difficult times were the subject of conversation? This practice of avoiding gossip goes beyond simply creating a positive environment around you. It's about showing respect for the humanity we all share. By taking the initiative and setting an example, you are not only distancing yourself from negativity, but also pointing the way for others to discover a more empathetic and authentic approach to their interactions. By adopting this attitude of respect and understanding, you not only help to create a happier environment, but also strengthen the bonds between the people around you. This conscious choice not only directly improves your personal relationships, but also has a positive impact on the whole community. After all, when each person strives to understand and respect the other's unique path, together, we build a more understanding, supportive, and welcoming world. Topic 9. Oversharing at the end of relationships. When a friendship or romance comes to an end, it's important to maintain privacy by avoiding sharing intimate details. Revealing specific information about conflicts or reasons for the breakup not only disrespects shared privacy but can also cause unnecessary gossip, further complicating the situation. Instead, it is more beneficial to reflect on these experiences internally. This not only respects the privacy of both parties, but also facilitates a deeper personal healing process. If you feel the need to discuss these personal issues, it could be a sign of unresolved emotional problems. Instead of seeking external solutions, it's better to have a dialogue with yourself in order to understand and process these feelings. This approach ensures that any difficulties in the relationship are dealt with dignity, without becoming a topic of public conversation. When we choose to act in this way, we not only protect our own emotional well-being, but also consider the impact on others involved, promoting a healing journey that is respectful and discreet. This subtle approach, inspired by the words of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, highlights the fundamental idea that we have control over our mind, but not over external events. As he put it, you have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this and you will find strength. This quote invites us to reflect on the importance of directing our attention to what is within our control, especially when managing our reactions in external situations, as is the case with delicate moments such as the end of relationships. We understand that although we can't control certain external events, we have the ability to cultivate a resilient mindset and focus on what really matters. When dealing with the end of relationships, this means prioritizing our emotional health and that of the others involved, looking for ways to go through this process with mutual respect. By understanding that our strength lies in managing our own reactions and choosing to focus on what we can influence, we build a solid foundation for a more compassionate and constructive healing journey. Therefore, by adopting this perspective, we not only strengthen our emotional resilience, but also contribute to an environment of mutual understanding and support during challenging times. Topic 10. The search for external validation. Today we're going to talk about something very important: stopping seeking the approval of others all the time. Imagine you're on a stage with lights shining on you and lots of people around, all ready to judge what you do, say, and how you are. This scenario can be overwhelming and make us feel that we need to please everyone. Now think about leaving that stage and entering a quiet, serene place where your opinion is the most important. This change symbolizes how essential it is to give more importance to your inner voice than to the opinions of others. Seeking approval all the time takes us away from our true selves and our desires, as if we were wearing clothes that don't fit us just to please others. Remember the moments when you felt really good in your life. They were probably when you were true to your values and beliefs, without worrying so much about what others think. That's what makes life authentic and true. To incorporate these principles into your daily life, start the process by thinking carefully before making important decisions. Ask yourself the following question: am I making this decision to meet the expectations of others or to satisfy my own needs? Developing this awareness is a fundamental step towards strengthening the connection with yourself. Trust your intuition, understand your true needs, and work diligently to build a positive relationship with yourself. A fundamental part of this process is the ability to celebrate your achievements and learn from your mistakes. Recognize and value your unique qualities, because everyone has special attributes that contribute to the richness of the human experience. Understand that accepting who you are is not a linear journey, but rather a series of small victories that together carry deep meaning. Cultivating this appreciation for your own personal journey is a constant practice of self-love and acceptance. In addition, seek out relationships that respect and value your true essence. By freeing yourself from the constant need for external approval, you pave the way for an authentic and fulfilling life. Become the protagonist of your own story, guided by sincerity and courage. Topic 11. Unnecessary goals in life's journey. Life asks us to make important choices, act with purpose, and stay true to ourselves. It's crucial to realize when some goals no longer align with our true purpose. Letting go of these goals is not only normal, but also necessary, as it allows us to focus on what really matters. However, in doing so, it's important to act with discretion. There's no need to tell the world about every change or decision. Keeping it a secret protects your strategy and intentions as you navigate these changes. Make discreet adjustments, adapting to situations, always aligning your actions with your values and identity. Making changes in our lives can happen discreetly, valuing privacy in our choices. This delicate approach simplifies our path while maintaining the integrity of the personal journey. As Seneca, an important philosopher, said, "It is not that we have too little time, but that we waste too much. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not poorly provided for, but we use what we have unwisely." This quote makes us reflect on the importance of focusing our efforts on essential goals, letting go of what is not necessary, and serves as a valuable reminder to use our time and energy wisely. By incorporating these ideas into our lives, we realize that we can make conscious choices to improve and grow in a meaningful way, while preserving the authenticity of who we are. And to maintain this line of growth, the Stoics differentiated themselves by being smarter than others. To find out how they did this, click on the video on the screen and watch it now.